Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, I explained about the rulers and administration or administrative qualities of Gupta period. In today's lecture, I will explain about the economic condition of that period. Firstly, interstate trade was flourished too much during this period. Trade was carried on land and river, means by land or waterways were the important ways to do trade. The rivers Ganga, Brahmaputra, Kaveri, Krishna and Godavari provided waterways, or we can say these rivers were used as the waterways for trade, and many items were exported during this period, mainly diamonds, pearls, precious stones, garments, ivory products, and indigo, etc. And imported items gold, silver, copper, tin, silk, horses, etc. And foreign trade was carried with many countries. For example, Brahmadesh, which is known as Myanmar, Java, Sumatra, Bali, Champa, and present name of Champa is Vietnam, and Cambodia, and present name of Cambodia is Cambodia. The trade with these countries were famous or flourished even then during Gupta period. And in India, important trade places were Peshawar, now it is in Pakistan, and Mathura and Koshambi, Tamralipati in Bengal, Ujjaini in MP. And of course, agriculture was the main occupation. Even then today in India, agriculture is the main occupation. Farmers were the owners of the land. Irrigational facilities were famous by wells, tanks, canals. And important crops which were growing during this period were wheat, rice, barley, pulses, sugarcane, cotton, jute, vegetable, etc. And the taxation remained the main source of revenue during this period. All these facts are uh, presenting the economic condition of Gupta period in front of us. And now the facts related with religion. Firstly, the king and most of the people were followers of Vaishnavism or Shaivism, and many people were also followers of Buddhism and Jainism. These two religions were also famous and followed by the people. And also sun god was worshipped by the people, and many sun temples were built during this period, and king gave grants to all the religions. For simply, we can say this was the period of revival of Hindu religion and Sanskrit language. And as you can judge, many religions were famous during this time. In spite of this, people lived harmoniously with each other, and they didn't have conflicts regarding the religious matters. I hope all the points are clear to you. If you face any problem, you can ask. Thank you and have a nice day.